Hello and welcome to Yogi Marquis reacts to yoga videos. Today I'll be doing a couple videos by a
Practice.
a YouTuber whose name I will figure out as we go along. Today we'll be doing a couple of yoga flows by somebody whose name I'll be adding in later. And I'll also be reading from a couple of selections of some of my favorite books on today with Good Morning with Yogi. So if you want to, grab your mat, grab something to drink, grab your journal, and let's have a good time.
As we only have 20 minutes, we're going to get straight into it. So come join me in child's pose. You have the option to keep your knees together or to take them wider. And then walk your hands forwards to lower yourself down. We'll pause for the first few breaths here to give you an opportunity to check in, to set the tone for your practice. Walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Stack the right hand on top of the left. Walk the hands to the right side of the mat, stacking the left hand over the right. Bring the hands through center. Come up into tabletop, your hands and knees position. We'll start by moving through a figure of 8, sending the weight forwards into the wrists, and then back towards the knees and heels. Going a few times in one direction. And then switching directions. And then come back through center. On your inhale, dip your belly, roll your shoulders back as you arch your spine. Exhale, rounding the back, press the floor away and bring chin to chest. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. A few more breaths like this. Come back to neutral. With your inhale, reach the right arm up. And start to draw a circle with the arm reaching back behind you. And sweep the arm forwards and up. Continue drawing circles with the arm. Reaching through the fingertips as you reach up and back. Maybe grazing the fingertips along the mat as you bring the arm forwards. The next time you reach the arm up, take a full breath in, open the chest a little wider. As you exhale, thread the right arm under the left, lowering the shoulder down to the mat. You can keep the left hand by your face for support, or maybe you prefer to walk the hand forwards or wrap the arm behind your back. Come back into tabletop. Reaching the left arm up. Start to draw circles, reaching the arm back and behind, and then sweeping it forwards. Going a few times through these circular motions. The next time you reach your arm out, take a full breath in, opening the chest. Exhale, thread left arm under right. Lower the shoulder to the mat. Right hand can stay by your face for support, or you could reach the arm forwards or wrap it behind your back. Come back to tabletop. And extend the right leg. Keep the toes on the mat. And send your weight back. And send the heel down towards the ground. So you begin to find that stretch down the back of the right leg. And start to rock forward, sending weight into your hands. And rock back, sending the right heel down to the ground. A few more times forwards and back. Then bending the right knee now, open the knee out to the side and start to draw circles with the leg. So just warming into the right side hip joint. Then bring the right foot in between your hands. You could sweep it around and then heel toe the foot in place. Reach your arms up, inhale for a low lunge. And interlacing your fingers, flip your palms to face the sky. Reach your arms even higher. With your exhale, twist to the right. And open your arms into a T shape, reaching through the fingertips, creating as much length from the left hand to the right. Take a full breath in. Exhale, the left hand can come down to the mat. The right arm will reach up into a twisted low lunge. And start to extend the right leg and send your hips back. If you are on the taller side, you might like to edge the foot forwards a little bit to create some space. And as you extend the leg, flex the foot.
Ooh.
Rebend the knee. Plant the right hand on the inside of the right foot. And then you can sweep the right leg back into tabletop. Extending the left leg, toes stay on the mat to begin. Start by shifting your weight back. Send the left heel down towards the mat. And then rock forwards, bringing the weight into your hands. Move through this a few times. You're just warming into the back of the left leg. And bend the knee, start to draw circles with the leg. Step the left foot in between the hands. You could either go forwards or you could either go out to the side and heel toe the foot in place. Then reach your arms up. Inhale for a little lunge. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms and reach your arms up. And exhale to twist to the left. Open the arms into a T shape, reaching through your fingertips here. Take an inhale, in position. As you exhale, right hand will come to the mat, left arm will reach up. And straightening the front leg, Remember, if you are taller, you can scooch the front foot forwards to create space and then flex the foot. You may find it more accessible to keep a slight bend in the knee too. That's worth noting. Rebend the front knee. Bring the left hand to the inside of the foot and then sweep the leg back into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips and slowly push back into down dog. Hopefully now the legs are feeling a little more ready, but you may still feel like you need to pedal out the legs. And lifting the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Reach your arms up for high lunge. Exhale, open out the back foot, opening out into warrior two. Relax your shoulders down your back. Then flipping the front palm, inhale to reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up, left hand can rest on the left leg. Straighten the right leg. With your next exhale, windmill your arms. Rest the right hand on the right leg, could be upper thigh, could be below the knee. And the left arm will reach up to bring you into triangle. Keep both legs straight. Inhale, lift back up. Arms are staying in a T shape. And left hand will rest on the left leg, right arm will reach up. Big breath in. Rebend your front knee. As you exhale, rest the right forearm on the thigh and reach your left arm overhead for your supported extended side angle. There's also the option to bring the right hand to the inside of right foot. Or if you're really looking to build some fire, reach both arms forward. So you're just relying on your strength to hold you here. Look down for balance. Plant your hands and step to plank. Shoulders over wrists, press the floor away. Gaze down to relax head and neck. With your exhale, you could always lower the knees here. Shift forwards to send shoulders past wrists. Bend your elbows, keeping them close to the side of your body as you lower down for chaturanga. Then we'll bring forearms to the mat to come into Sphinx. So just gently pressing the floor away, rolling the shoulders back and down. Big breath in here. Exhale, join me back in downward dog. Lift the left leg high. And step the foot in between the hands. Reach your arms up to find high lunge. Inhale in position. Exhale, we'll open out into warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Flip your front palm. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Left arm is reaching up, right hand is resting on the leg. Extend your front leg. And with your exhale, windmill your arms. So left hand will rest on the leg. Right arm will reach up, bringing you into triangle. Keep the legs straight. Inhale as you lift up. Right hand will rest on the right leg. Left arm will reach up and over, lengthening down the left side body. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, rebend the front knee. And rest the left forearm on the thigh as the right arm reaches towards the front of your mat. This could be option number one. There's also the option to rest the left hand on the inside of the foot on the mat, or to reach both arms forwards if you really want to build some fire. Gaze down, plant your hands and step to plank. Pressing the floor away, there's always the option to lower the knees if you need. With your exhale, slowly lower down. Nice and controlled. Keep the hands under the shoulders this time. On your inhale, lift your chest into cobra. Could be a baby cobra, could be slightly older cobra, depending on what's feeling good. And on your exhale, come back to down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale it out. Then looking to the top of your mat, take baby steps to walk the feet forwards. Exhale all the breath out in a forward fold. The knees can be bent here. Legs don't have to be completely straight. Then round your spine, roll all the way up to stand. When you're standing tall, relax your shoulders down your back. Then keeping your stance wide for better balance, hug the right knee into your chest. Then keep the left hand on the knee. Reach your right arm back and behind to bring you into a twist. So if you are practicing at home and you're struggling with the balance, you could place the right hand on a wall behind you and use that for assistance. When you're feeling steady, turn your gaze to look towards the right fingertips. Slowly release. Pedal out the legs if you need to reset. And then we'll switch. So starting by hugging left knee into the chest. You may need to reposition yourself if you're working with the wall. Right hand will stay on the outside of the knee. Left arm will reach back and behind. And then only then start to shift your gaze, gazing towards the left fingertips. Slowly release, turn to face forwards, pedal out the legs if you need. And then step the feet wide. Keeping the hands resting at the hip creases. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hinge from the hips to fold forwards. As you fold, you can keep your hands on your hips, so you may find a set of blocks to rest the hands on, or maybe even reaching for the floor. Let your head and neck go. As this practice starts to shift gear now, we begin to ready the body for stillness. Give yourself permission to relax. With an inhale, lift your chest halfway. And I find it's easiest to use the fingertips on the mat for balance. So if you are on the taller side and the floor is further away, bend the knees to bring the fingertips down. Edge your feet in a little closer. And turn the feet out. And keep sinking your hips down to come into a yogi squat, a malasana. The heels may be lifted like so, that's totally okay. Our malasanas will all look very different. You can keep the fingertips on the ground here or bring hands into prayer. And continuing to slow the breath. Use your hands for support. Slowly lift the hips to extend the legs. Then bring your feet in hips width. Keeping a bend in the knees, bring opposite hand to opposite elbow and start to sway side to side in ragdoll. Just letting it all hang out now. Join me in a seated position. Then resting the left hand by the left side with an inhale, reach the right arm up and over as you bend to the left. Then completely let go of your head. Relax the left ear towards the left shoulder, getting a nice stretch down the right side of the neck. Inhale, we'll lift up. Bring the right hand to the right side, left arm will reach up and over as you bend to the right. Again, completely let go of your head. Relax right ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, we'll lift back up. Just resting both hands on the knees now, settling the eyes closed. And we'll finish our practice with a few moments of stillness here. There is the option to take Shavasana if you prefer, but as it's a short class, I'll be closing our practice here. Stay with your breath. And start to observe the body, just noticing if you're holding on to tension anywhere. And if that's the case, with each exhale, let go of any of those layers of tension. You could start by softening the space between the eyebrows, relaxing your jaw, lowering the shoulders, softening the belly, and anywhere else that might need your attention. Take a deep breath in. Exhale inside out. When you're ready, flicker your eyes open. That completes the end of this class. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that it's helped set you up for an amazing day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
We're going to do one more of these with Charlie Follows. That's going to be intermediate level. And then we're going to go through some reading selections, some journaling exercises, a meditation,
this intermediate yoga flow for strength and flexibility. As we only have 20 minutes for this practice, we're going to get into it straight away. So come and join me in tabletop. Just take a moment to place your hands and knees. Just mindfully feeling into the body. You can start by swaying side to side. We'll incorporate a gentle wrist warm up. You could also begin to snake the hips side to side, inviting a little bit of movement through the spine. Then shift your weight all the way over to the right side. Create a fist with the left hand. Slowly roll out your wrist a few times anti-clockwise. And then clockwise. Shift the weight over to the left side. Roll out your right hand a few times clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. Place the right hand back on the mat. Come into a neutral spine. With an inhale, dip your belly, arch your spine. And start to send your hips back to your heels, nice and slow. As you exhale, begin rounding your spine and wave forwards, bringing the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale as you arch, dipping the belly, moving back. Exhale as you round and wave forwards. Keep this flowing with your breath. You could start to exaggerate the movement and pause a moment in child's pose. And then come all the way forwards into a baby cobra. Come back into a neutral position. So shoulders stacking wrists, hips over knees. Walk your hands forward and sink your chest down into puppy pose. So go nice and slowly here. Give your shoulders a chance to adjust. And you can either rest your chin or your forehead on the mat. Slowing down the breath as we pause here. And then keep your hands where they are, look forwards. Bring your chest forwards to come into Sphinx. Coming down to the forearms, you may need to adjust them and walk them a little bit further forwards. Press the forearms into the mat, expand your chest. Inhale as you roll your shoulders back. Exhale deeply. Bring hands under shoulders, push back into tabletop. Then tucking your toes super slowly, pick up the hips, come back to downward facing dog. Start with a generous bend in your knees. Keep your heels off the mat and just gently walk out your dog. You could do this by picking one foot up at a time, transferring weight into the other foot. Or you could keep both feet on the mat and just practice straightening out one leg at a time. And finding stillness, keeping the heels raised and a generous bend in the knees. Twist your knees to the right, gaze under your right shoulder. Big breath in here. Exhale, come back through center, twisting the knees over to the left as you gaze under your left shoulder. Inhale deeply. Exhale, come back through center. One more time. Inhale, twisting to the right, gazing under your right shoulder. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you could reach the right arm up here. Really press through your left hand so that you're supported. Exhale, spin back through center. Inhale, knees will go to the left. Gaze will go under the left arm. And if you are going for the challenge, left arm will reach up. Continue to press through the right hand. Hold for breath in. And come back through center. This time you could straighten your legs out in downward dog, finding what feels good. Then lifting the right leg high, opening out the hip. Inhale. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Inhale, arms will lift. You could cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, encourage the chest to open. Then reaching your arms forwards, press through the front foot as you straighten the leg and the hips will move back. Then flex the front foot so you start to feel that deep stretch down the back of the leg. Arms will stay reaching forwards, or you could bring the fingertips down for a little added support. Hold for breath in. Exhale. Rebend the front knee, cactusing the arms. Inhale as you come through to your low lunge. Exhale, arms will reach forwards. Front leg will straighten, hips will move back. Half split. Inhale, cactus your arms. Rebend the front knee. Last time in your low lunge. Exhale, reach the arms forward, straighten the front leg, half split. Good. Then lowering your hands for support, relax chin to chest, pause. Take a full breath in. Exhale, rebend the front knee, plant your hands, step back to plank. Holding for a deep breath in, pressing the floor away. Option to lower your knees as you lower yourself down to your belly. Keep the hands under the shoulders. Inhale as you lift your chest into cobra. Slowly rolling the shoulders down the back. Exhale, come back to down dog. And lifting the left leg high, opening out the hip. Step through to low lunge. Arms will reach up. Then you can cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together to invite the chest to open. Then reach your arms forwards. Press through your front foot to straighten the leg and shift the hips back. Flex the front foot. You could always use the hands for stabilizers here. With your inhale, come back to low lunge, cactusing your arms, opening your chest. As you exhale, move back, half split. One more time, inhale through to your low lunge. Exhale into your half split. This time you can lower your hands down, relax chin to chest, and we'll pause here. Good. Rebend the front knee, plant your hands, step to plank. Moving with your breath. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. There's always the option to lower the knees. This time, roll onto the tops of your feet and press up into upward facing dog. If this is too much, you could lower the legs and find a little bend in the elbows to bring yourself into cobra. On your exhale, pick up the hips, push back to downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg high, opening out the hip. Then looking forwards, step your foot in between your hands. Reach your arms up for high lunge. With your exhale, open out the back foot. Open the arms into a T shape for warrior two. Then bring the hands behind you, clasp the hands together, and draw your hands down towards your sacrum, towards your tailbone. Puff up your chest with an inhale. And as you exhale, fold forwards towards the inside of your front leg. Bring chin to chest. And the hands can either stay close to the lower back, or you can begin lifting them up and away towards the sky. With your inhale, lift your chest back up. Open your arms out into a T shape. Start to straighten your front leg. Bend your back knee and slowly lower your hips towards the back of your mat. And you can either come into a side lunge, or you could sink the hips all the way down into Skanasana. Perhaps using the hands for stabilizers here, or bringing hands into prayer. Press into the left foot as you straighten the back leg, rebend the front knee, and step back to plank. Holding for breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Always option to lower the knees. With your inhale, you're either finding your cobra or your upward dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to lift the left leg high, opening the hip. And gazing forwards, step the left foot forwards. Reach your arms up. Inhale in your high lunge. Exhale, open out the back foot, coming into your warrior two, arms reaching away from you. Then clasp the hands behind the back and draw your hands down towards your sacrum, towards your tailbone. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold towards the inside of your front leg and gaze down to relax the neck. The hands can start to lift away from the back if it feels good for you. Inhale, lifting back up. Release the interlace of the fingers. Open your arms wide. And straighten your front leg. Start to bend the back knee. And you decide how low you can go. Take it gradually. You could pause in your side lunge, or you could come all the way down for Skandasana. Always the option to use the hands for support or bring hands into prayer. And pressing through the right foot as you straighten the right leg and rebend your front knee. Plant your hands and step to plank. Holding for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through to your back bend of choice. It could be cobra. It could be upward facing dog. With your exhale, join me back in downward facing dog. Relaxing chin into chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale it out. Then gazing to the top of your mat, you can hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands to find forward fold. Exhale all the breath out in your fold. And start to round your back and roll all the way up to stand. Shift your weight into your left foot and then hug the right knee into your chest. As you do this, you may experience a few wobbles, so take a moment to ground through the left foot. Then the right hand can take a hold of your big toe. You could also use a strap if you've got one. Instead, extend the right leg in front of you, and you're looking to press your foot either into your strap or into your hand. Lift from the crown of your head, stand even taller. And keeping your gaze focused on one spot to help with the balance, start to open the leg out to the side. Keeping your breath steady. Slowly bring the leg back forwards and release the leg down. It can help to pedal out the legs after spending a lot of time on one side. And then we'll switch. So shifting the weight into the right foot, hug the left knee into your chest to begin. Take a moment to ground here, to find your center. And the right hand will hold the big toe, or you could use a strap as you extend the leg in front of you. And you're pressing your foot either into your hand or your strap. Lifting from the crown of your head as you stand tall. Slowly open the leg out to the side, keeping your gaze focused on one spot. Gradually bring the leg forwards and slowly release the foot down. Pedal out the legs if you need to. Then turn side onto your mat, step the feet wide. Keep the heels where they are, but turn your toes outwards. And bend your knees to sink your hips into goddess. Resting the left forearm on the thigh, reach your right arm up and over. So you're stretching down the right side of the body, leaning to the left slightly. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, we'll windmill the arm. So the right forearm will rest on the thigh, left arm will reach up and over. Leaning to your right slightly as you lengthen down the left side. Take a full breath in. Exhale, come back through center. Bring hands into prayer. Lower your hips just a little bit further. Holding 2 more breaths. And straighten your legs. Bring your feet in parallel. Hands can come to hips as you fold forwards. And you can use your hands for support on the ground here. You may need to bend your knees ever so slightly so that you can reach the floor. If you do have a pair of blocks, you could use them too. Walk your hands over to your right foot and fold towards your right leg. And then walking the hands over to the left foot, folding over the left leg. Walk the hands back through center. Bring hands to hips as you inhale, lift all the way up. Then step your feet together and come and sit down on your mat. You can place the hands behind you for support. Legs are bent in front of you. Gently knock the knees to the right side. And then turn your body around so your hands come behind you. This may already be enough of a twist. If so, stay here. If you'd like to go further, you could come down to the forearms. Begin to slow your breath now. If it helps, you could close your eyes. And we'll switch sides now. So we're just lifting yourself up if you came down to your forearms. Swing the knees over to the left side. Start by turning around. Walk your hands behind you. And you can either stay up on the hands or come down to the forearms. Relaxing chin in towards the chest. Continuing to deepen the breath. Slowly release the twist, turn to face forwards, and come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, you can extend your legs and relax your arms either side your body as we settle in for a short but sweet Shavasana. Deepen your breath. And start to move the fingers and toes. One by one, hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. Join me back in a seated position when you're ready. And just sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down your back. And if your eyes are still closed, you can slowly open them. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I really appreciate your time and your energy, and I'll see you next time.